Ever felt your bad habits steer the wheel while willpower sleeps? Tonight we flip the script using atomic habits, no grind required. Want the keys? You swear you'll stop scrolling, but your thumb moves like it's wired. The loop traps you. What if we cut the wires instead? Here's the hook. Stopping bad habits isn't about fighting harder. It's about redesigning the stage so the villain can't perform. Ready to redesign? James Clear mapped the habit loop. Cue, craving, response, reward. We won't wrestle it, we'll rewrite it. Curious how the rewrite works? This guide isn't theory. It's a toolbox you'll use today. We'll swap willpower with mechanics. Want the first wrench? First, admit it. Your environment is a magnet. It pulls you toward default actions. So we weaken the magnet. Want to flip polarity? Think of every habit like a path through a forest. The more you walk it, the clearer it gets. Ready to bushwhack a new trail? But here's the catch. If the old path still looks easy, you'll drift back. So we make it muddy. How muddy? Let's set the stage. Willpower fades at night, stress or boredom. Systems don't. So we'll build systems that stand when you're tired. Want that armor? We'll use 4 inverse laws. Make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. That's how you break bad habits. Which one hits first? Before flipping switches, spot the triggers. Most bad habits begin with a simple cue. Light, sound, location, emotion. Can you name yours? Grab a pen, scorecard time. Write the habit, the cue, the time, the place. Shining light kills shadows. Ready to expose them? Point and call out loud. When I feel bored, I open snacks. The act loses power when named. What would you call yours? Now the first inverse. Make it invisible. If you don't see it, you rarely do it. What should disappear today? Move the cookies off the counter. Hide the app deep in folders. Put the controller in a drawer. Out of sight, weaker bite. What's first? But here's the twist. Invisibility isn't only physical. Silence notifications, block websites, move triggers away from routines. Which digital shadow will you dim? Shift contexts. If you always scroll in bed, charge your phone in another room. New room, new rule. Where will you relocate temptation? Light drives habits, so change the lighting. Use warm light for calm, bright light for focus, no light for sleep. Which switch helps? Let's push it further. Make it unattractive. Your brain chases stories, not facts. Rewrite the story so indulgence looks cheap. What story ends tonight? That quick hit steals tomorrow's energy. It's a shiny loan with brutal interest. Do you want that debt? Pair disgust with the habit. Picture sticky tar on your lungs or time leaking from a cracked hourglass. What image makes you pause? Flip identity. Instead of I can't, say I don't. Identity shuts doors quietly. Who are you becoming when you refuse? Tell yourself the truth. I'm the kind of person who protects mornings. That story blocks late-night binges. What truth fits you now? Let's make it difficult. Add friction, like sand in the gears. Every extra step weakens the urge. Which step will you add? Delete apps, log out, use long passwords, uninstall games on weekdays. Make the path bumpy. Which bump slows you today? Reverse the 2-minute rule. Make the first 2 minutes annoying. If it's harder to start, you'll skip it. How will you block minute 1? Commitment devices lock future you into smart choices. Prepay a class, schedule deliveries, lock snacks in containers. What lock helps? Put your phone in a timed safe after 9 p.m. Make late scrolling impossible. Will you try a digital jail tonight? Here's the kicker. If it's easy, you'll do it. So make the bad thing inconvenient. What inconvenience feels doable now? Now, make it unsatisfying. Your brain repeats what gets rewarded. So add a little sting when you slip. What sting fits your life? Use an accountability partner. Miss a rule, pay $20. Immediate pain ends future mindless pleasure. Who will hold the receipt? Write a habit contract. If I smoke, I clean the kitchen. Action equals consequence. Which consequence motivates you? Public promises work because social eyes are heavy. Announce your change to a small group. Who will you tell first? Combine stings with delays. If you want a soda, wait 15 minutes and do 10 push-ups. Want still worth it after waiting? Let's pause. You've learned to hide cues, reframe stories, add friction, and attach consequences. But what replaces the old habit's job? Replace, don't erase. Bad habits serve needs, comfort, excitement, relief. Give the same need a cleaner outlet. What cleaner outlet fits? Craving dopamine? Swap doom scrolling for a short dance break or 10 jumping jacks. Same spark, better fire. Which spark will you choose? Need comfort? Replace candy with tea and a warm blanket. Ritual beats impulse. Which ritual calms you fast? Need escape? Try a 5-minute walk, a page of fiction, or mindful breathing. Small exits save the day. Which door opens now? Let's install guardrails. If-then plans guide you when stress spikes. If bored, then stretch. If angry, then breathe. What's your first if-then? Design your defaults. Default water on desk, default fruits visible, default shoes by door. Defaults win when willpower fails. Which default starts today? Stack good behaviors on existing anchors. After brushing teeth, floss one tooth. After lunch, walk 5 minutes. Which anchor is sturdy? But here's the catch. Your brain loves immediate rewards, so we attach instant satisfaction to better choices. What feels rewarding now? Use a habit tracker. Crosses turning into chains feels oddly satisfying. The streak becomes a game. Will you protect the chain tonight? Make switching costs obvious. Put a sticky note on the TV. Choose sleep or shows. Visual choices cut autopilot. Which note will you place? Let's talk identity again. Each action is a vote for the person you become. Cast better votes. Who gets your vote today? When tempted, ask, what would a healthy, focused, generous version of me do? Step into that costume. Will you wear it now? Small wins compound like interest. 1% better daily becomes massive. 1% worse becomes rot. Which direction are you compounding? Expect the plateau of latent potential. Results lag behind effort, like ice not melting until 32 degrees Celsius. Will you keep heating the room? Let's engineer your space. Good habits should be the downhill path. Bad habits should feel uphill in sand. How will you grade the slope? Kitchen, clear counters, fruit visible, snacks hidden. Remote in a drawer, book on pillow. What single change makes the biggest splash? One task card, no tabs, phone face down. Friction for distraction, grease for focus. What distractor gets the boot? Bedroom, dark, cold, quiet, a sleep sanctuary. Sleep kills cravings and bad decisions. Will you defend the fortress tonight? Social spaces matter. People act like mirrors. We copy without noticing. Choose mirrors that reflect your future. Who are your mirrors? Join groups where your desired behavior is normal. Normal is powerful. If they don't smoke, you won't either. What group will you enter? Announce your line in the sand. Identity plus community creates gravity. The pull keeps you honest. Where will you draw the line? Build a friction moat around prime temptations. Snacks upstairs, work downstairs. Apps require passwords you don't know. What moat protects you? Let's add a speed bump. Delay cravings with a timer and breath count. Often the wave passes. Will you surf the urge? Name the trigger chain. Cue, story, action, reward. Then break the weakest link. Which link snaps first today? Use temptation bundling reversed. Pair the bad habit with an annoying action. If you scroll, you stand up. Too annoying to continue? Install focus windows. During them, distractions live outside the castle walls. Short, intense bursts beat endless mush. When's your next window? Timing matters. Cravings spike when energy dips. Guard late afternoons and late nights with routines. Which guard will stand watch? Hydration, protein, movement. These are habit bodyguards. A fueled brain makes better choices. What guard joins your team today? Cut decision fatigue. Pre-decide meals, outfits, workout times. Fewer choices mean fewer slips. What will you preset tonight? Let's push it further. Target the first domino. Change one keystone routine to wobble the rest. Which domino falls first? Evening routine shapes morning choices. If you set clothes out, mornings glide. If not, mornings fight back. Which version do you want? Use implementation intentions. When X, then Y. When I finish dinner, I brush and brew tea. What's your X and Y? Map your hotspots. Car, couch, kitchen, desk. Change layouts where mistakes happen most. Which hotspot gets renovated? Stacking wins beats heroic effort. A few clean decisions daily make messes rare. What tiny win is guaranteed today? Here's a mental lever. Ask, will this make tomorrow easier? If yes, do it. If not, trim it. Which action passes that test? Build a reset ritual after slips. Breathe, label, learn, reset. No drama, just steering back. What's your reset word? Never miss twice. Missing once happens, twice becomes a groove. Which groove will you refuse today? Track triggers that trick you. Hunger, anger, loneliness, tiredness. Halt before you act. Which letter hits hardest? Replace late-night snacking with a closing ritual. Brush teeth, make chamomile, dim lights. Signal the brain, kitchen closed. Will you close it? If stress triggers scrolling, create a micro toolbox. 5 breaths, stretch, sip water, note gratitude. Which tool comes first? Invite future you into the room. Ask, will they thank me? Take the action they'd applaud. What would they cheer for now? Design friction with time. Only keep entertainment apps on a tablet locked away. Distance delays impulse. Where will you add delay? Use visual cues that whisper new identity. Running shoes by door invite movement. A journal on pillow invites reflection. What will whisper to you? Audit your triggers weekly. Keep what helps, delete what harms. Iteration wins. When's your next audit? Turn money into a guardian. Automate transfers to a goal every payday. It blocks impulse buys. Which goal gets funded first? Block the path of least resistance. Snacks in opaque bins, TV remote far away, charging station outside bedroom. Which path will you block? Capture cravings on paper. Once written, urges look smaller. Seeing shrinks them. What will you write tonight? Practice urge surfing language. I notice the urge, and it will pass. Detached, not dramatic. Will you write it out? Swap social media with social connection. Call a friend during craving windows. People beat pixels. Who will you dial? Use environment cues to end loops. Put a book on your pillow so sleep beats scrolling. Which cue will end your loop? Create a friction sandwich. Water on desk, task card visible, headphones ready. Distractions must climb a wall. What's on your sandwich? Build a personal scoreboard. Score days by energy, focus, and integrity. Gamify alignment. How will you keep score? When you win, reward wisely. Celebrate with rest, not self-sabotage. Joy fuels consistency. What small celebration fits? When you slip, review the story. Which cue, which craving, which response, which reward. Then tweak one lever. Which lever shifts now? Let's revisit the 4 inverses quickly. Invisible, unattractive, difficult, unsatisfying. Which one still needs muscle? Make it even more invisible. Box it, block it, bury it. Zero visibility means near zero temptation. What vanishes next? Make it more unattractive. Add visuals of costs, track wasted time, write consequences on your wall. What image will stop you mid-reach? Make it more difficult. 2 locks, 2 steps, 2 gates. Friction multiplies. Which extra gate shuts today? Make it unsatisfying. Replace the tiny reward with tiny discomfort. The brain learns fast. What discomfort will teach? Now we connect systems. Morning, midday, evening checkpoints. 3 lighthouses to guide you. Where will you place the lights? Morning, cold water, sunlight, movement. Midday, deep work sprint. Evening, shutdown ritual. Simple, steady, strong. Which piece missing? Prepare for travel and chaos. Pack friction. Snacks, headphones, book. Pack identity. I keep promises anywhere. What's in your go bag? Use visual progress bars. Color in boxes. Move beads on a string. Fill jars with marbles. What bar will you color today? Schedule temptation time. A 15-minute window reduces rebound. Paradoxically, permission lowers panic. When will your window open? If the habit is social, change the stage. Meet friends for walks, not bars. Same connection, different script. What stage swaps now? Build a distraction list. When urges hit, choose from prepared options. Friction for chaos, flow for choices. What's item number 1? Create a no-fly zone for certain hours. Air traffic control for your vices. When will towers guard your sky? Tie values to habits. If you value family, protect bedtime. If you value health, protect meals. Which value will guide tonight? Do a 24-hour experiment. Remove 1 cue, add 1 friction, set 1 consequence. Run it like science. What experiment starts now? Use checklists to avoid slippery decisions. Checklists turn chaos into steps. Which checklist prevents your late-night slide? Interrupt the loop with movement. 10 squats, a brisk walk, a stretch. Motion resets emotion. Which move breaks your loop? Close open loops at work. Unfinished tasks breed anxiety, fueling bad habits. End the day with a shutdown note. What will you write? Guard inputs, garbage inputs, birth garbage cravings. Curate your feeds, your fridge, your friends. What input needs pruning? Rehearse temptation mentally. See the cue, hear the script, choose the exit. Practice builds automatic strength. What exit will you rehearse? Set bright lines. Not sometimes, but never in these contexts. Clear rules remove debates. Which line removes your debate? Tie money to identity. I don't buy dopamine trinkets. I invest in future energy. Will your wallet vote differently? Keep replacements within arm's reach. Tea bags visible, gum in pocket, book on table. Convenience shapes choices. What will sit within reach? Create a boredom box. Puzzles, pens, small crafts. When boredom hits, reach for the box. What goes inside first? Protect your mornings like gold. No phone until a baseline ritual finishes. Will you guard the first hour? Tell a simple story. I'm the person who keeps promises to myself. Every choice proves it. Will this choice prove it now? Use floor plans for behavior, snack-free zones, phone-free zones, focus-only zones. Rooms with rules reduce friction. Which zone starts today? Create an if I fail script. If I smoke, I text my partner and walk. Recovery starts instantly. What's your script? Reinforce unsatisfying outcomes with time debts. Slip equals 10 minutes cleaning. The cost closes the loop. What debt fits? Engineer micro delays before buying online. Put items in a 24-hour cart. Curiosity cools down. Will you cool your cart? Simplify choices to one next action. Next action beats big plan. What's your smallest clean move now? Expect cravings after triggers like caffeine, fights, or boredom. Prepare a rehearsed response. Which trigger will you prepare for? Use a countdown tactic. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch activities. Interrupt autopilot fast. Will you count down today? Celebrate streak integrity, not perfection. One broken day doesn't break you. Protect the identity. Restart the chain. Will you restart now? Create a craving journal. Track time, place, mood, intensity. Patterns appear like constellations. What constellation do you see forming? Attach a mantra to moments. I choose clarity. Short words steer actions. What words will steer you? Install reminders on friction points. Fridge handle, remote, car visor. Micro prompts at micro moments. Which handle gets a message? Design exit ramps for gatherings. Leave early. Choose water. Drive yourself. Agency beats pressure. What ramp will you build? Swap late-night screens for a closing ritual playlist. Music closes mental tabs gently. What song starts the shutdown? Strengthen your why. Write it. See it daily. Tie it to a face you love. Whose face motivates you most? Quick recap. Hide cues, reframe urges, add friction, attach stings, replace the job, stack anchors, protect identity, and surf urges. Which tool shines now? We graded the slope, set lighthouses, and built moats. Systems now carry you when willpower drops. Where will you install one more guard? Remember compounding. Tiny choices every day rewrite futures. The wheel turns slowly, then fast. Will you keep turning it? Expect setbacks. Plan recoveries. Never miss twice. Your identity grows stronger with each return. Ready to return faster next time? Anchor values to routines. Protect sleep, focus, and relationships. Strong anchors hold in storms. Which anchor will hold tonight? Make your environment speak. Signs, layouts, and defaults whisper better choices. Let walls coach you. What will your walls say? Let identity lead. You're the person who doesn't need willpower because systems work. Will you step into that person now? Tweak weekly. Remove one cue, add one friction, improve one ritual. Small edits, big outcomes. What edit starts Sunday? Build momentum with morning wins. A made bed, a glass of water, a 5-minute walk. Momentum multiplies. What's your first win tomorrow? Guard your evenings tightly. Shut down work, dim lights, close loops. Evenings write tomorrow's script. What line will you write tonight? Teach your brain new rewards, pride, calm, clarity. Savor them on purpose. Will you savor a better reward now? Use the tomorrow test at Forks. Choose the path future you admires. Tiny heroic moments add up. Which fork will you take? Set one bright line for tonight. No screens in bed, or no snacks after 9. Simple lines protect energy. Which line is yours? Here's your challenge. Pick one bad habit. Apply all 4 inverses and 1 replacement. Run it for 7 days. Will you accept? When it gets hard, remember the wheel. Push once more. It speeds up. Will you push tonight? When it gets boring, remember the garden. Water daily. Weeds lose. Fruits grow. Will you keep watering? When you doubt, remember identity. You're a builder of systems, not a slave to urges. Will you build again now? When you slip, remember the trampoline. Bounce, realign, return. Recovery is your superpower. Ready to bounce? Atomic Habits taught the map. You supplied the courage. Systems beat willpower, always. Which system will you strengthen next? Thank you for watching. If this helped, share it with someone stuck in a loop. Let's build better defaults together. Who needs this today? Subscribe for more dark, practical guides to the mind and money. Your habits write your future quietly. Ready to write a better line?